All right. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about something called Flipgrid Shorts. And I think this is just such a cool tool. I think you would probably use Flipgrid for to report some things for St. Mary's courses, or maybe use in your own classroom a little bit. But this is a separate component within Flipgrid that allows you to create short videos that can be instructionally based, or they can be for fun, or they can just be goofy or whatever. That will let kids interact with the videos themselves. So Tracy did her weekly technology spotlight last week on virtual and augmented reality. So Flipgrid Shorts, if done correctly, actually is an example of augmented reality. So I'm going to take you through the process of how this works, and then encourage you to play with it on your own time, and I think you'll see some great benefits to it. So let's take a look at this idea. So this is the Flipgrid front page, and this is one of the assignments that you'll be doing for me this week. It's not overly complicated, but it's just you hitting this green button, or green and white button, and recording a piece of video. Okay. What I want to take you to is what a lot of people don't know about is up here. So if you click up here in the three dots and then you choose Educator Login, it's going to take you to this screen right here. Okay, now this is what's called the Flipgrid Dashboard, or the Educator Dashboard. This has all of your videos that you've ever created, all the questions you've asked. So for me, this grid, and the way Flipgrid works, you work in grids and you get a grid for free. You can put as many videos as you want in that grid, right? Okay, so I have 31 question or topics. I have 813 student response videos to those 31 topics. So you can see that you can do this at all. If you add a second grid, you'll find yourself having to pay a little bit, I believe. So I just put everything in one grid. It seems to work. But what I want to show you tonight is this piece that says Shorts. And so up here on the right, if you click on Shorts, it's going to take you to a new screen, and that screen looks like this. Okay, so this is the Shorts screen, and what it is a series of videos that I've created over the last couple of years. These bottom ones I used in class, so these are decision-making videos right here, where I put a decision or a situation in front of the kids, and then they have to talk how they would handle it. Okay, the ones here at the top are ones that I made for my wife for her birthday, so you can see this kind of transition to some sort of a scavenger hunt of sorts, and that's what these shorts are up here. And I can share that with you if you need to at a later time. But I'm just going to kind of show you how this works. So I'm going to use this one with the red car in it. I recorded this video in November of last year, and then what happens is when I click on it to like view it, what you'll see is the video is here, and it's not very long. It's relatively short, and I'll show it to you in just a second. But right down below here, I can click on this QR code option. So if I get this QR code, and if I right click on it, so I copy this code, and then I'm going to put it into a Google Doc. Okay, so here's the QR code in the Google Doc. Now what's neat about this is I can then print these and hang these around the room. I could even do a little larger school activity in which I would maybe potentially be doing a scavenger hunt or whatever, and these can lead from one QR code to another QR code. Now that takes a little bit of planning, but you guys, this is something that's very doable. Okay, so now let me show you what you do with this QR code. Okay, and there's going to be two options. Option one is to scan it with a Chromebook or a phone, just using the camera app. Now if you do it that way, you're going to get a web browser that will open up, and it'll just look like you're looking at the web. It's not quite as cool. The way that I like to do it is by using the Flipgrid app. So I have my telephone here, it's connected, and I'm going to share my telephone screen with you so you can see the process of this from that. So let's get a new share going here, and let's take a look at my phone. And this could be done with an iPad as well. And I think that's a really, really cool option as well. So here comes my phone. So this is my phone home screen. So if you see it there, it's the same thing that you're seeing in the window. Okay, so I'm going to find the Flipgrid app, and I have it here. So I'm just going to click on it. It's going to open up Flipgrid. The very first thing it opens is the code, which is if you send your students to this to do their own assignment. And then it says here, scan Flipgrid QR. So I'm going to open that. You know, when you do that, you'll notice your phone turns into a camera. So I'm not recording anything yet, but I'm looking through my phone at this piece. Okay, so as I take this, I'm going to move it over onto the QR code, and you're going to see this thing open up. So as you see this playing, what you see is this kind of augmented reality piece that's just kind of floating out in space. Okay, I'm going to turn this off so that it's not making the noise. But the idea is by scanning over that QR code, I have the ability, or someone else has the ability, to listen to the instructions, to listen to something, to find out from what the video wants to tell them. And using an iPad or uh, using an iPad or a phone, you can do that really, really simply. Okay, and I'm going to take you back real quick to my shorts page so you understand it and see it one more time. So if this is my shorts page right here, again, if I go back to it, you can see all these videos. Okay, and what I did is I actually recorded these bottom, I think it's 7 videos, and then I had a student at school who is bilingual, and I had her re-record with her voice. So these videos with my fingers in them are actually the Spanish version. And what I did is I took 2 QR codes then, and I put them side by side in a Google Doc. So I have an English version and a Spanish version. And then the kids can choose. So if they need to see it or hear it in a different language, they have that ability. Okay. And then lastly, as I referenced before, you can have some fun with this a lot. And I think about this for students because I think students have the ability to create these on their own. You might have to do it through your account, but that's not a big deal. But they could create a scavenger hunt. They could create a project for your school. They could create a lot of different things using Flipgrid Shorts, in which students, if you hang these QR codes around the school, students will be able to go around and actually view these videos. And it just brings this crazy level of interactivity, and the videos look so cool. What you saw on my phone is, it's a little harder to see than when you do it for real, but if you run it through the Flipgrid app, it is perfectly designed as augmented reality. And it really does have a neat opportunity for you to take some technology that looks unbelievably fancy, but it's actually very, very simple in its concept. So um, I don't have an assignment built into Flipgrid Shorts, but I actually think that this would be a very cool starting point in a HyperDoc assignment or something like that down the road. And it gives you that really cool opportunity in a techie way to really impress your students to do something that they've probably never seen before. So just an idea. Again, you take it for what it is and see if it fits into your world. Um, like I said, there is a little bit of planning that goes into it, but other than that, it's very, very, very straightforward, pretty simple, and very, very doable. So let me know if you have any questions on that. Again, Flipgrid Shorts.